Hello Loomers, this is Chodaros with another tutorial, and this one is by Tiger Looms on Instagram, and it is called the Heart Cross Bracelet. Super simple, hook only, kind of bubbles up. If you can see when I pull on it, somewhat of the pattern. It's just kind of crossing over a band. All of the bands are doubled, as you can probably see. This one I did with the 600 pack bands. It's like Persian gold, or you know, I'm really great with names, but I thought because the bands needed to be doubled and the 600 pack bands by Rainbow Loom are thin bands, that it would be a good opportunity to use them. So we are going to make this one right now. Just going to take this one off my hook, kind of stick it to the side. So I think this one has a lot of potential for color combos. There's a few loomers out there that are just really good at finding what colors work well together, and especially highlighting different features of a bracelet to really bring it out. So I'm going to try to capture that. Excuse me. So I want to use the Rainbow Loom LE bands. So this is like a neon orange, and then the black cylindric. Okay, so our first band that we use, our cap band, that color will be the main color going through your bracelet. The next bands that we put on through our cap band will be the color that you see sporadically through. So if you're interested in you know, making a certain color combination, there's so many you can do. You could, instead of doubling your bands with the same color, you could use different colors, but my goal is to make the primary color black and then maybe put this orange in where I have the yellow and see if it kind of highlights it. So I'm going to start out, so let's use our first color and make a cap band, and then every band from here on out will be doubled. So in the yellow in this bracelet, I'm going to replace with this neon orange. So 2 bands, cap band goes on top in the middle, and then we bring that back like that. And then you're going to grab 2 bands of the same color as your cap band, and we're just going to pull them through the first 2 on the right of our hook. And then put them back on. Pretty traditional hook only looming. Now we need to do the same on the opposite side, so you want to turn. I have double-sided hooks, but because this is a thin growing bracelet, I find it easier just to use my Rainbow Loom hook, which I like better because it has a thick, or a good place to put your bands. So take the same color, do the same step, just taking these first 2 and then placing it back up on your hook. Okay, so you should have 8 bands on your hook because they're 2 steps we doubled. Okay, so the only step in this bracelet is to take, and you have these 4 bands here. We want to go to the 3rd group, this group right here. We want to grab them, and notice I'm pulling down on my cap band to make sure the bands don't fall off. We want to grab that 3rd group and bring them over our hook like that. Okay? That's the only step to this bracelet. Everything else is just basic traditional hook only looming. Okay? So after we do that, we go back to our second color we used, grab 2 bands, and pull all 6 loops on our hook onto that band and recapture it like that. Okay, so then we repeat the process. We take 2, and then the first 2 on our hook we place over on top, recapture, and then we turn it to repeat, making sure you have all of those bands on your hook, and if they slide around, you do want to make sure they're in the correct order, and because we doubled, we want to make sure that they're not crooked. So then grab 2 more and repeat that step like that. And then we want to take the third group from our hook. So that's 1, 2, and then 3. Pull down on your bracelet so it doesn't come off, and simply pull that over your hook like that. So this one down here is going to slide because it's the beginning of the bracelet, but you'll be able to notice as we go further along excuse me, that the part that we pull down ends up on every other side, because once we get to the one step, we're turning our bracelet around, so you'll have that every other look to it. So we start again, we put 2 bands on, pull all of the loops onto the new band like that, and then grab 2, pull the first 2 over, and then grab your loops and turn it around. Grab 2 of the same color and then repeat. Like that. And this is what I was talking about, how it makes your bands that you pull over on every other side, because this is the, when you pull your bands over like that, because we had to turn our bracelet earlier. I like that. I think it's a pretty cool color combo too. It highlights the one band there. Alrighty, so then we just take 2 of the second color, put all the bands on our hook on top. I have all the confidence in the world that you guys can continue this to the size of your wrist. We'll go just a tad faster. And I missed a loop. So you gotta be real careful. Pull down, pull over. What you thinking? I like it. It's so easy. It just amazes me how there's so many easy designs that are still coming out after a billion designs have been already created. There's so many possibilities. This is a pretty neat craft, I tell you. So many wonderful loomers out there with imaginations that are beyond just the different ideas. And obviously with band choice, will give you a different look. Today I wanted to do a dude bracelet. Dude. Who's my favorite two dudes? Who are my favorite two dude loomers? Question of the day. Put it in your comment below. It's not like really hard question though. And here's another question. How would you bling it? I haven't even thought about that. I've been super busy putting out tutorials. I think I have 5 left to do. Usually what I do is I'll look at the bracelet and then be like, oh, okay, that's where I'm going to add this bling. I haven't done it on this one. But it sure is possible. Ooh. We're getting there. So I haven't tried it, but I'm pretty sure I could not see why this bracelet would not look just as nice if you could only use one band. So I know there are a ton of loomers that do not have access or whatnot to a lot of different bands, whether you're in certain countries or not. So if you just have enough to do one on each step, I'm sure your bracelet will look just as great. I would not let that discourage you from doing any design, to be honest. We may say, oh, this looks really good in limited edition bands, but that's just our own personal preference, because some do ask what we prefer. But that surely does not mean you can't use the different brands and whatnot. As much as I love Rainbow Loom, my interest is more in seeing more loomers come out and not discouraging anybody from, you know, starting to loom or continue to loom because they only have access to, you know, off-brand bands or whatnot. Rubber bands are rubber bands. Okay, I think that's probably about halfway. So if I go super fast, I could probably finish it with you guys. I like to do that. Twisted band. You know, I used to never care about twisted bands. Like, I never even thought twice when I threw bands on a loom how I placed them. If they came out crooked in the end, I never noticed until Jays Alvarez, when he did his first tutorial, and he explained, he was the first one I can ever remember that actually explained band placement, and this is what you want to do to make sure that, you know, just how you're pulling them and making them even. And then ever since I was like, wow, you know, because I always wondered why so many loomers, their bracelets were coming out just so perfect and no twists, and so I guess that's a positive, and Jays has taught us a lot. Jack and Jill. Turn the loom around. He gets sayings in our heads. He scares me on his tutorials. It'll just start, and then all of a sudden he'll be like, hi. He's a good kid. Proud of him. So, as you can see, this bracelet doesn't take very long. What we got. Let's see how much further. Ooh, I'm gonna do one more set and then I will be done. So if you need to, always repeat or rewind, or you can pause and finish. Oops, it's not right. All of them on here. And the last one I pull over. Ta-da! And then what I'm going to do is take my two bands, pull them in, and voila! That's it! Like it. And there's the other one. So I'm going to use a big C-clip because we have more bands. So if you have one of the larger C-clips, if not, a smaller one will do. Did I get them? Oops, I'm sorry. Totally off camera, huh? I think we're good here. Yep. Let's move all this out. Alrighty. So, here is our bracelet. Again, it is called the Heart Cross bracelet. I guess the colors may not be that appropriate to the name, but surely did highlight the design. So this again was made by Tiger Looms on Instagram. Please check her out with the link below, and don't forget to hashtag your renditions to Heart Cross Bracelet and Chodaros Bling and Tiger Looms on Instagram. So hope you had fun making it. Stay tuned, I got lots more coming. Have fun looming. See you next time. Bye bye.